Hello, 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 hello. It's been a few months since I last uploaded. I think it was around 2 months. I apologize for my absence because I was busy with Chinese New Year preparation, and we have to do spring cleaning and some other stuff, lots to do. And after that I also have to focus. I took some time to focus on my career, on my company stuff, so that was why I couldn't find the time to record ASMR videos, although I wanted to, but I know I would just burn out if I do. But I would do my best to create more content for you. So I'm really grateful for those of you who have stuck by my channel. And if you like my content, feel free to subscribe to my Instagram. I have an Instagram account which I will put in the description below, and I also have a Facebook account, so please follow my Instagram. Facebook it currently doesn't have that many followers yet. I've only 3 followers on my Instagram, so it's kind of pathetic right now, but I'm okay with it. But because I hardly promote my content, so yeah. And if you like to support me, you can buy me a coffee too, which I will put the links down below. But okay, let's get to the main topic. So today I'll be doing some, as usual, whispering with soft spoken and hand movement, slow hand movement to help you fall asleep. And meanwhile, I'll be talking about a video game that released about 2 weeks ago. It was a very highly anticipated video game called Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. For those of you who play video games, I believe you might know about this game. It's basically a remake of a classic role-playing game that came out in 1997. It's a classic video game. It's very famous back then. A Japanese role-playing game. What's special about this game is the story, the rich story and characters. So in this video, I'll basically be I'll split it into three main parts. And so the first part will be, and I'll be talking about an overview of what Final Fantasy VII is about, and the second part will be my brief review of this remake, this game, and the third part will be I will hum some music scores from the game, from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Okay, so an overview. This game is one of my all-time favorites. It's also one of the my favorite stories in both. Compared to, because I watch movies and play video games, so I'm a person who loves stories, especially mystery stories with mystery, suspense with fantasy elements. So when this game came out in 1997, it was one of the first games that is really complex, with a really complex story that I played. So it really blew my mind back then. Even now, this game still stands as one of my favorites. And okay, about this remake, because the original was released on the original PlayStation console, and the remake back then, the graphics is very dated by today's standard, and so they did a remake of it. And currently there's supposed to be 3 parts to the remake, and Rebirth is the second part, which released 2 weeks ago, while the first part of the remake was released about nearly 4 years ago. That was when COVID just broke out. I remember it was around that time. So it's been 4 years since part 1 of the remake came out, and so it's going to be 3 parts to this remake. Now, so what is the story about? In a nutshell, it's a story about this group, this rich and corrupt organization who extract energy from the earth, from the planet, and convert the energy. Basically, they extract the spiritual energy from the planet using advanced technology, and convert it into energy to power electricity and machines, and even create their own military elite force. All this is just to gain power and influence, and to oppress the weak, or to oppress the people. So, and of course for luxurious purposes, because the energy will be used to build used to power electricity and stuff, and bring a luxurious life to the people, especially the rich folks. But so because this energy is limited, the planet's spiritual energy will one day run out, and when that happens, the planet will slowly die. And to prevent this from happening, that's when a group of people who wants to save the planet, they form a resistant group called Avalanche. And so Avalanche, this group is where the main characters, it comprises the main characters of the story. The main character is a guy, is a member of this corrupt company's elite force. This elite force is called Soldier, and basically members, soldiers, have superhuman strength and agility. But Cloud already quit. He left Soldier some time ago, and he's now like working. He's now helping his childhood friends. This girl who is the sort of the leader of the resistance group, or one of the leaders of the resistance Avalanche, and together the story start off where they Cloud and some of the members, resistance members, planted a bomb to blow up one of the reactors, because the reactor is what the evil company used to extract the spiritual energy from the earth. And so that sets the story in motion. And so basically the first part of the remake, part 1, like I said, there were 3 parts. Part 3 has yet to be announced, yet to be released. It'll be around another 3 to 4 years time when it does. But part one of the story is actually happened in this city, this very big city, steampunk-like city, where the evil company headquarters is situated. And so Cloud, together with the resistance, they seek to interfere with the government's with the company's plan. So, but eventually they were framed by the government and the company. In fact, it's also like a government kind of thing, because they are the president is basically the leader of this evil organization. So, and this evil company, they seeing Cloud, the resistance effort, interference in their plan, they played along and put the blame and spread false rumors that the explosion, they purposely destroyed an entire district of people and killed everyone by blowing the pillar and letting the upper structure collapse on the people below, or the poor people who live in the slums below. And they blame it on Avalanche. They say that they are the terrorists who caused the deaths of countless innocent lives, where in truth it is all a setup. It is all a setup to frame Avalanche. And Cloud along the way meets this girl Aerith. She's the last surviving member of an ancient race that could communicate with the planet, that could use the planet's spiritual energy somehow and can use it as magic. Yes, and she is a target, or she becomes a target of this evil company and evil deranged scientists of this company, because they believe this girl will lead them to the location of a place that is limitless in spiritual energy, that will allow them to extract a never-ending supply of the planet's energy for even to satisfy their greed, their monetary desires, and so on and so forth, to become more powerful, the most powerful people on the planet. Because once they have this endless supply of energy, it's like they control everything. I'm sorry, sometimes when I talk about this game, I just forgot. I just got a bit distracted with my hand movement. So I hope you're okay with it. How are you feeling so far? How about I place my hand here? No? Or you want it here? Feeling better? What about here? Both hands on your face. One hand away and one hand back. And basically Aerith, this who is the last member of an ancient race. She's an ancient. Actually, the race is called an ancient. So she was captured and ready to be experimented on, because she's an ancient, right? So they wanted to take her like her cells or something like that, so that to create, hopefully to procreate ancients, because they are becoming extinct. And by doing so, hopefully they can gain access to the ancients' power, and they can use, you can use magic. They can directly use magic, summon magic forces from using the Earth's energy. So part 1 of the story is where Cloud and the Resistance rescue Aerith from the headquarters of this evil company, and then they ran into, along the way, someone came and killed the president of the evil company. Someone that used to be Cloud's mentor, used to be Cloud's admired hero, someone who is believed to be dead 5 years ago after a terrifying incident. And so they notice this guy Sephiroth. His name is Sephiroth, a very cool, very menacing and cool character with long silver hair and a thin and long sword, very, very long sword, whereas Cloud has this thick and very thick sword. So it's kind of contrasting And so Cloud knows that Sephiroth is out to kill, to wipe out everyone, all the humans on the planet. Because Sephiroth is, he believes Sephiroth thinks he is an ancient, just like Aerith, and he hates humans because he thinks they betray the ancestors of the humans, left the ancients to die, and even coveted and ostracized the ancients, coveted the ancients' power, and abused them and caused them to die out. And so Sephiroth is back to wipe out all the humans from the face of the planet. And Cloud and his party are the only one who can stop him. But in order to find and stop Sephiroth, they need to know who he is. They need to know his history. So that's where part 1 ends and part 2 begins. Part 2 basically begins with Cloud recounting a bizarre incident that took place 5 years ago when he and Sephiroth were friends. Back then they were friends and he looked up to Sephiroth. Sephiroth was his mentor, and they were on this mission to investigate the cause, the source of monsters that were attacking the villagers in a faraway village. And there something bizarre happened. Sephiroth is their war hero, is a hero in the eyes of the people. And but what he found out at the site where the monsters came from is basically a research site where he found out that the evil company has been breeding monsters using humans as an experiment, and by infusing them with this energy which they extract from the planet, but when converted, this energy is artificial, or is used to power electricity and machines. They use this energy to experiment on humans, hoping to create a special superhumans, super soldiers, something like that. And when Sephiroth realized he was created from such an horrifying experiment, he went mad, and he burned the entire village and killed everyone. So Cloud, including Cloud's mother. And so Cloud, part 2 of the story is about Cloud and his party tracking down Sephiroth to stop him from destroying the world, and to find out what he's up to. Meanwhile, going against the evil company. Yes. So the story basically is like this. I will go ahead and and spoil the story by saying more. And so the second part, now is the second part where I'll be doing a brief review of the game. To be honest, to be clear, I did not play the game because it's only available on PlayStation 5 and I do not have a PlayStation 5, so I only watched videos on YouTube of other people playing the game, but they are edited footages that are edited in a way that you can watch it as a coherent story, just like watching a movie. And yes, and it's basically slightly over 10 hours long. Of course, it includes some in-game parts because you need those parts to join the cutscenes and all, or else you will know what's going on when you suddenly jump from one cutscene to another with many things missing in the middle. So they kind of just put in those essential, relevant, story-related parts of the gameplay to join the cutscenes together and form it into a coherent movie, if you know what I mean. And yes, so I did not play the game, but from what I've seen, I was blown away. The graphics is exactly like you're watching an animated movie. It's actually even better because animated movie is usually more cartoonish and stuff, but this is very realistic. Although the characters are a little teeny bit of a 3D anime-ish kind character, but they are like a perfect, beautiful characters. Yes, and the world, the settings, everything is breathtaking. The events, the cinematography, everything is so good. It's like a 4th generation jump in graphical advancement from the original Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation 1 console. So you can imagine the contrast, the difference in the graphics. Okay, but another thing I like was the music. The music, they use a lot of they retain a lot of the core musical scores of the original and turn it to an orchestra version. It's really good. Although nothing can entirely replace the original, more electronic version of the music score, but this orchestra version is really makes it more like give it a more movie-ish kind of feel of soundtrack. And they also extended a lot of the events of the game, of the story. Most of them are in a good way, but although some of them I feel like they kind of disrupt the game's the story's pacing, and it makes you feel like they have this important thing to do at this moment, but suddenly the story diverts away into some more secondary and less important things, tasks, before getting to the main task. In the original, is more like it's tighter. The pacing is much tighter, so you don't get distracted that often by these secondary plot points or fillers and stuff like that. But I do not have much complaint, but because I think I really love to see more of the world, the characters, and but one little complaint was I feel the story, they added a multiverse concept into the story, which I feel were not done in a very clear and smooth manner, which make it feel a little messy at times and hard to follow through, and that kind of breaks the emotion, the momentum, and the emotions of when watching the story. But having said that, this multiverse edition, this concept also introduces a new level of emotional impact to the game story that was absent in the original. So it's kind of like there's a pro and con to this multiverse thing. And even so, I hope they had done it. They had included it in the story in a smoother way, and not so. Sometimes it's a little bit disjointed and too convoluted. I like stories that are clear and simple but deep, so not overly complicated and messy that you start to lose track of what's going on. And yes, and so some of the scenes, some of the very emotional scenes in your original are not as emotional in this remake. Yeah, strangely, sometimes some of the scenes like this. There's this character called. It's like a dog. But it's not actually a normal dog. It belongs to a certain tribe. And there's this part where he realizes that his father is a hero and not a coward who ran away. And when he looks up, when he finds out the truth and looks up and sees his father on the top of the cliff turned to stone, countless arrows pierce into his body. He has been there for many years because he died trying to protect his tribe. But this dog, he doesn't know. All along he felt ashamed of his father, and when he learns the truth, that moment is very sad, and you can see, and the camera basically basically pants around the stone statue of his father, and there's tears, and hearing his son now realizing what the truth, he actually tears start flowing down his eyes. Even he has returned to stone, falling down the cliff, tripping down in front of his son. And this scene is very emotional in the original, but I feel it's very not very well done in the remake. Like, it's a very touch and go feeling, which is quite disappointing. But there are other scenes that aren't as emotional in the original. They make it more emotional in the remake. So again, it's like trade-off, you know. I can't complain. You gain some, you lose some, but I really don't know why they don't just follow the original directing, because it's already there for them to use, right? Why are they trying to fix something that ain't broke? So another I don't know whether I should call it complaint or what, is the scene involving the death of a major character. If you played this game before, Final Fantasy VII, if you played it before, or if you know about it, I think you might know who is this character who dies. And the death scene is one of the saddest and classic scenes in gaming history. But then again, they change a lot of things, and the emotional impact is compromised. They make it so convoluted and confusing that I don't know how to feel at first. But later on, it's funny because later on, when I watch through the credits, I mean the ending scene and all the credits, and when I think back, when I start to piece the things together to get a better idea of what went on, is I felt another kind of sadness that is different from the original. Yeah, so it's something I did not expect. I actually cried when I because there's this song that this character who dies sing. She is sing, and also there's this scene where Cloud and this character goes like shopping in the marketplace shortly before the death, and they play this music score of this song that the characters sing, and it's just so sad. Then this song, I did not like it before. To be honest, I don't think it suits the game. But when I hear the soundtrack version of it, I saw the scene where they spent their time together. Probably one of their very last moments before the character dies. I just cried. Tears just streamed down my face, and I really did not expect I will cry to this music. But I really love the instrumental, or what I would say, the soundtrack version of it instead of the vocal version, because I feel the vocal version is I don't know, it sounded very Disney-ish. Not that I dislike Disney songs nowadays, Disney songs, but it's just not Final Fantasy, you know. It doesn't blend. but based on the game, the situation where the character sings this song is actually appropriate. It's not inappropriate, and that's when I gradually come to accept this song more. Okay, are you still with me? Are you still with me? I hope you are, because it has been I don't know how long this video has been going on for, but alright. Now comes to the third part, where I'll be humming some of the themes, some of the music scores of the game. Alright. Hopefully it can make you fall asleep if you are not already. Okay. This first music is called No Promises to Keep. It's the title of the song that this character sings, this character who dies. Oh.